all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I almost called it.
Pledge
I
allegiance
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Statement of article notice?
In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, laws of 1975, the state of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the South River Board of Education was provided in the following manner on May 2nd, 2019. The notice was faxed and mailed to the following newspapers, the Home News Tribune and Sentinel. On May 2nd, 2019, the notice was delivered to the office of the South River Borough Clerk and posted at the Board of Education Administration Building. And on May 2nd, 2019, the notice was posted at the South River Borough Clerk's office.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Andre?
Here.
Mr. Bezak?
Basic been excused.
Mrs. Beck?
Here.
Mrs. Bush?
Here.
Mrs. Cruz?
Ms. Cruz been excused.
Mr. Nielsen?
Here.
Mr. Rosano?
Mr. Rosanna's been excused.
Mrs. Urbanek?
Here.
Mr. Waluda?
Here.
Ms. Cassiano?
She's been excused.
Okay.
The all board members have copies of minutes of September, November, January, February, and April. Any additions, deletions, or corrections? Motion to accept the minutes?
Nielsen.
Bush.
By Nielsen, second by Bush. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Use of facilities?
There's 5 items on the agenda: the South River Police Department, Parks and Recreation, Primary School PTA, and Project Graduation.
Board members, your pleasure.
Move the use of facilities in accordance with board policies.
Motion by Mr. Nielsen.
Andre.
Second by
Andre.
Mr. Andre. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. And the financial report?
Thank you. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby certifies that it is in receipt of the financial report, which indicates that no major account has been overexpended and that sufficient funds are available to meet the district's financial obligations for the remainder of the fiscal year. The Finance Committee recommends that the reports of the Board Secretary and the Treasurer of School Monies for March 2019 be approved, and I so move.
Motion by Mrs. Urbanek.
Second.
Second by Mr. Nielsen. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. This time we will open meeting to the public for any comments or questions strictly on items that are on the agenda. Comments or questions are limited to 10 minutes. And at the end of the meeting, there will be another question and answer period without any restrictions whatsoever. Anyone from the audience? Last call. We'll close the public portion of the meeting. We'll continue with the superintendent's report.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wailuda. I'm going to do my superintendent's report backwards today and begin with the last item that I have on here, which is our curriculum fair, which just took place this evening. We're so pleased with the turnout. I am so grateful to our staff, to our teachers, our administrators, to everybody that contributed to putting such a great event together. We heard nothing but just great positive comments from everyone who attended, and just really a great opportunity for everyone to see everything we had to showcase, the great work we do with kids every single day. So a heartfelt thank you really to everybody who was involved in putting that day together.
Maybe just add to that.
Sure.
We thank you for instituting it, and hopefully this is the first day of a new tradition within town. We appreciate it, and it was an astounding success, way beyond my dreams. And
Yeah, good
Great
job,
job.
thank you.
Yes, no, we're very excited about
I'm
it.
sorry I
Yeah.
interrupted.
No problem. Thank you. All right, so one of the things we're also really proud to announce today is we want to congratulate our elementary and high schools for their efforts and participation in the Middlesex County Food Organization and Outreach Distribution Services 2019 Spring School Food Drive. A little bit of a long title there. A total of 550 pounds of food was collected. So job well done to our elementary and high schools for that. Their contributions really make a difference to the people of the county. So thank you for that. I wanted to point out last month we presented the budget. And in that budget, you could see that we have several positions that we are bringing to the district and adding. And so we have already posted for those positions, and I wanted to bring to the attention of the community to please be on the lookout for those postings. We're already looking for applicants. We're looking to begin the interview process, and we wanted to do so as early as possible in order to get the best candidates. So please be on the lookout for that. All of that information is on our district website. Social emotional learning, I wanted to just very briefly talk about that today, just because so many activities have been going on. Two of the major ones that I wanted to speak about this evening that have been instituted throughout this year are at the primary and elementary schools, where we are holding morning meetings. Our teachers have been working really hard to learn what morning meetings are all about and how they are used to set up students for success for their school day. I got the pleasure of walking around the primary school the other day, and at the very start of the school day, and I got to see some of the morning meetings in action, and it was great to see how the students have learned to greet each other, to communicate with each other, to understand what their day is going to look like and be prepared for it, as well as some of the just team building activities that really build that culture and climate. So really great job with that. And then also another activity that really supports the concept of social emotional learning are recognition assemblies, where each of our students get to select something that they are proud of having accomplished, something they've been striving for. It could be something in school, something outside of school, and they get recognized for that specific accomplishment. There are some pictures of our students receiving their recognitions. There were some pictures posted on our Facebook page probably about a month and a half ago, but you can just see how proud kids are of having these personal accomplishments and how good it feels for them to be able to set goals and then actions towards those goals. So we're really happy with those activities, plan to continue them for next year and see how we can even move that further into our middle school as well. And then the last item I have for today is actually one that Mr. Rosano had asked us to look into at the next meeting. And he was interested in knowing for himself, as well as being able to present to the public, the universities and schools that our seniors have been accepted to. And so we actually looked into how many students were accepted to colleges and universities, and we had, in total, our students received 310 acceptance letters from various universities and colleges throughout the United States. And some of them, I see Drew University, Drexel University, 10 of our students accepted to Fairleigh Dickinson. I see 12 were accepted to Kane University. Johns Hopkins University is on this list. 57 of our students were accepted to Middlesex County College, and just recently our students who were accepted to Middlesex County and are attending took a trip together to Middlesex County College, where they were able to take a tour of the school, select their courses for the fall, so they really feel prepared and ready to go. Wonderful opportunity for those students. We have a student accepted at NYU. 11 of our students were accepted at Penn State. We have a student accepted and attending Princeton University. 9 of our students accepted at Rider and 5 at Rowan. 35 accepted to Rutgers University, which is not easy. Difficult school to get into these days. 9 of our students at Seton Hall, Temple University, College of New Jersey, University of Delaware, Hartford, Maryland, Montana, New Haven. So many, there's just too many on this list for me to be able to continue to talk about, but we're really so proud of our students' accomplishments and the fact that they are being recognized in this way.
Mrs. Zurcher, if I may add,
Mm-hmm.
A number of the students who are accepted into the colleges, if you look outside of the auditorium, where they're planning to attend, there's a list there. but it doesn't really specify the honors level programs that some of those students have been accepted to. One in particular says the student is going to Rutgers, but in actuality, he is going to the pharmacy school at Rutgers, which is in the top 10 in the country for pharmacy. So our kids are doing unbelievably. They really are.
So we're very happy to be able to communicate that tonight, and we'll continue to do
Yep.
so as our students continue to strive and have these accomplishments under their belt. And so concludes my report.
Board members, your pleasure on the report.
Move the superintendent's report.
Motion by Mr. Nielsen, second by Mrs. Beck. Any other comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. A consent resolution, Mr. Kakeska?
The South River Board of Education, by means of a consent resolution, adopt various resolutions of a routine and non-controversial nature at one time, whereas the below listed resolutions are hereby adopted by said Board of Education in whole, as if the same were individually acted upon. Before I do that, anybody want to pull any individual votes?
No.
Thank you. Under athletics, item 1, under finance, items 1 through 17, under policy and legislation, items 1 through 5, under instructions, items 1 through 9, under human resources, items 1 through 28, safety and risk, items 1 through 4.
Okay, board members,
Say
your pleasure.
policy. Say policy.
Policy and
Yeah,
legislation.
yeah, 1 through 5.
Okay, board members, your pleasure.
Move the consent resolution.
Motion by Mr. Nielsen,
Second.
second by Mrs. Bush. Comment on any of them? Roll call.
Mr. Andre?
Yes.
Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mrs. Bush?
Yes.
Mr. Nielsen?
Yes.
Mrs. Urbaniak?
Yes.
Mr. Wailuda?
Yes, motion so carried. Continuing with the meeting with the committee reports. The athletic committee, Mrs. Buck.
I have no additions on the agenda, but I just wanted to go over a few things that were in the athletic director's report for the month. Many ways of honoring our students who are doing well. The Greater Middlesex County Conference Sportsmanship Luncheon was held on May 8th at the Pines Manor in Edison. Seniors Haley Zito and Christopher Barberio represented South River High School. Also in attendance was their family, their coaches. That was one. The NJSIAA Scholar Athlete Luncheon was held on May 19th, the Pines Manor as well. And congratulations to Hannah Kurtz, who was chosen by South River as our scholar athlete. Sports teams, we're in the middle of the tournament season right now. Baseball team is in the quarterfinals today. Don't know the outcome, but I know that's.
7-2 they lost.
7-2, they lost.
They did well on Monday. Nobody expected them to do that, so that's great. And then we have. And boys tennis, it's Mr. Clay's 6 years record is tennis 6 as of the date of this, which was May 14th. And they were qualified as the number 9 seed in the NJSIA Central Jersey Group 1 playoffs. Unfortunately, they lost in first round, but they did make it that far. Mr. Young and the golf team are currently we're 15-3, and they are the GMC Blue Division champions. And then one last congratulations to Hannah Kurtz and Alex Latash, who were chosen by all the coaches to represent South River High School at the Greater Middlesex Conference Scholar Athlete Banquet on June 3rd, which will also be held at the Pines Manor. And so concludes my report.
Okay. And the buildings and grounds, Mrs. Urbaniak?
Thank you, Mr. Wailuda. Everybody does have a copy of the report of the Supervisor of Buildings and Grounds, Steve Blaja. Mr. Blaja does a fantastic job with the staff that he has. As you can see, setting up for tonight's event is one example. Also, during the past month, he has been busy dealing with the spring season, setting up the ball fields, and just as quick as we were in the shoveling period, we are now in the air conditioning period, and he's done a lot of plumbing work done and repairs for the air conditioners in the schools to keep everybody cool and comfortable, and the teachers teaching and the students learning. That's all for the Buildings and Grounds report, unless any other board members have any comments or questions. If not, we'll take it into the finance. Under finance, we have 4 additions from Monday night. Number 14 is to approve the requisition list. Number 15 is to approve the contract for 2019-2020 20, Legal Services Board Attorney, Kenny Gross, Kovacs, and Parton. Number 16, approve the contract 2019-2020 Professional Services Labor Negotiator, Kenny Gross, Kovacs, and Parton. And number 17, approve the contract for Accelero Learning, the Teacher Mentoring Services, 2018-2019 and 2019-2020 school years. Those are all the additions to the finance report. Thank you.
Anyone? The Instruction Committee, Mrs. Bush?
Yes, there are 3 additions since Monday. 7, approve Read 180, Mufflin, I'm sorry, I can't read right now, Hardcore Reading Comprehensive Program. Went to the dentist, sorry. 8, approve Talkies Linda Moobed Literacy Program. And 9, approve Visualization and Verbalizing Linda Moodbell Literacy Program.
Okay, anyone else have anything to add? If not, then, Mr. Parton?
Negotiations with the SREA are ongoing. We're making great progress both at the table and in the subcommittee format. Ms. Zurcher and representatives from the association are working hard on the day-to-day issues, which is a format we've had great success with. We're meeting again on May 30th, which is this coming Thursday, a week from today, and June 10th.
Okay, thank you. And the policy, Mrs. Bush?
Nothing new since Monday.
And Mr. Nielsen?
9 new items tonight, sir. 1, approve appoint mentor, Accelero Learning. 21, approve evaluation superintendent of schools 2018-2019 school year. Approve annual progress report of the superintendent of schools 2017 through 2021 professional development plan. Approve contract Brian Dougherty, Director of Technology 2019-2020 school year. Approve withholding of 2019-2020 adjustment in salary increments, employee number 4388. 25, approve appoint chaperone for FBLA conference for the 2018-2019 school year. Approve reassignment Chris DeGreco, primary school preschool teacher, 2019-20 school year. Approve appoint Vivian D. Figueroa, primary school preschool teacher, 2019-20 school year. Approve appoint Jacqueline Fagan, primary school preschool teacher, 2019-20 school year. That's it, sir.
Anyone? And safety, Mr. Andre?
I have nothing, Mr. President.
Okay. And community relations, Mrs. Bush?
Yes, so I am going to highlight some of the students of the month for the various schools. At the high school for May and June, we have Brooke Matthews as the May Student of the Month, who can be found volunteering at South River Borough Green Team and as an ESY student aid volunteer and a Relay for Life. Alexandra Ferrara is also the May Student of the Month. Alex volunteers for the First Reformed Church and is the Sunrise Senior Living and the American Heart Association Jump Rope for Heart event. Nur Hassan is the June Student of the Month. He participates in, he's the president of the Adoptive Family, captain of the tennis team, and secretary to the Student Council. Mark Liu is also a Student of the Month of June, active in there's church group and Bible group. In the middle school, the 6th grade Student of the Month is Juliana Jackson. She describes herself as happy and a determined 6th grader who always likes to set a good example for her classmates. The 7th grade Student of the Month is Gil Santiago. Gil says he likes to plan out his day ahead of time so he doesn't have a pile of work at the end of the week. And for 8th grade, we have Adamaris Vasquez, the 8th grade Student of the Month. She contributes her good grades to taking notes, studying, and paying attention to her teachers. That's all I have.
Very nice.
Anyone else have anything? Can you liaison to the council, Mrs. Urbanek?
Thank you. The liaison meeting was held with the council board president, Ray Eppinger, and we did have a very good productive meeting. We discussed some items with regard to community relations that they are going to see if they can help us with, such as putting links on their website to our website and some of our announcements. And we are just planning to meet a couple more times hopefully, but the next meeting is scheduled for right before school opens, so that they could, announce whatever we have upcoming. Mr. Eppinger also offered to make announcements at the council meeting as to what's new in South River schools. So we'll be providing him those updates, and he'll be making
good.
those,
Very nice.
announcements. Yeah, it was a very good meeting, and, all around.
Great. And the PTA, Mrs. Beck?
What we have going on is, the primary school's got one more meeting, they're waiting to give me the date. They're still working around student schedules and sports activities. So that date will be coming out, it'll be on the school website. Elementary school had their last meeting, last week, they're getting ready for their fun days. Middle school's final meeting will be on May 29th at 6:30, and the high school's last meeting was in April. And they're all getting ready for their end of the school year activities. So we'll move
Good.
forward.
And our liaison to the library is out tonight. Does anybody have anything to add to?
No, I don't have anything.
Then Mrs. Bush, the Educational Foundation?
So this past Tuesday was the SRF meeting. They were getting ready for tonight's event. They were present at the curriculum fair, so they're always looking for volunteers to help out. The next meeting is scheduled for June 18th at 7 p.m., and they have scholarships that they will be presenting in a few weeks.
Oh, good.
Yep.
And anything from the attorney?
Nothing to add from what we discussed on Monday.
Okay, and our student board representative has been excused, and therefore, is there any old or new business come before the board? Any? None? Okay, then, we'll open the meeting to the, payment of bills. Do I hear a motion for the payment of bills?
Nielsen?
Motion?
Bush.
Well, Mr. Braddock needs to read it.
The fi-
We don't wanna take away Mrs. Braddock's thunder there.
Go for it. Send.
The Finance Committee recommends that all bills presented, having been certified by the school business administrator, board secretary, be paid as listed, and I so move.
A motion by Mrs. Abate.
Second.
Second by Mr. Nielsen. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Now, the reception of visitors. For any comments or questions, this is the time. And the time limit is 10 minutes. Please give your name and address. Anyone from the audience? Second call? Third call? Close the public portion of the meeting. And therefore, we will entertain a motion for adjournment.
Nielsen?
Bush.
Motion by Mrs. Nielsen, second by Mrs. Bush. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.